So many questioned whether he could be effective and successful at heavyweight. He had already done it at cruiserweight to become undisputed. If you'd have rewound 4 or 5 years, Fraser, and I'd have asked you who will be the 2 heavyweights contesting undisputed, I think very few would have picked Oleksandr Usyk. But here we are, and that shows just how good he is.
He's good enough. He proved it at cruiserweight. A different task in front of him, though, a massively different task in front of him. But look, he's not put a foot wrong so far. We've loved watching him. We've enjoyed watching him. And I think, as he's coming to this fight, not the favourite, I feel like he's got something to prove. And he's going to do everything he can to do that come Saturday night.
It is a slow, menacing, purposeful walk to the weigh-in scales for the Ukrainian former Olympic gold medalist, former undisputed cruiserweight champion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent from the United Kingdom, the 2-time world champion, holder of the ring and lineal championships, and recognized as the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson.
What's up, guys?
Well, from Morecambe, England to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the furious one, the WBC lineal heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury.
What's up?
I know he's been a little bit more.
So let's talk. Let's talk for a little bit. That music is likely going to get me copyrighted, so hopefully you don't mind if I mute it until they step on the scale. But this is live, real time as we're streaming this. So if you're watching this afterwards, well, this is live. We're here. 22 hours before the card starts is 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just outside of Philadelphia, where I'm at. The card's going to start at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. The ring walks are going to be about 6 p.m. to 6:15 or so. Oh, let's go. Let's listen in.
The champion from Ukraine.
We'll talk.
Oleksandr Usyk.
We'll talk after. I'm going to go full screen. So Usyk
been very, very consistent.
Has weighed in at 221 his last 3 fights. Debut at heavyweight was 217. Second fight after that was 215.
Let's listen in.
Last 3 fights 221.
£233.5
Okay.
for the unified champion, Oleksandr Usyk.
That is a 12-pound career high for Usyk.
That is probably a shock. 233 pounds. That is
He does have jeans on, though.
WBC champion, lineal champion, ring champion, the Gypsy King.
Fury was 277 in his last fight. Okay. 262. So let me mute this. Before we listen to the interviews, we're going to watch the face-offs. So 233 for Usyk and 262 for Fury. Usyk's last 3 fights, he weighed in at 221. Fury, his last fight against Ngannou was 277. So as you can see, he's 15 pounds lighter. Both fighters, by the way, have on pants. So depending on how you view that, I would say Usyk's about 230 or so. Either way, Usyk's at a career high by 11 pounds, 12 pounds. And Tyson Fury has lost 15 pounds. So once again, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern, the main event. Oh, here's the face-off. Don't do the push-in. Don't do the push-in. I wanted to see the full face-off. So we got a lot to talk about here, as it's probably going to get a little bit busy after this event is over. I wasn't going to start until 2:30 after the weigh-in, but I said, you know what? Go live now. So
fireworks in the foreground.
So it's no secret as you read the title of the video that I'm picking Oleksandr Usyk to win. I just think he's the smarter fighter. Sometimes Fury can play around too much, and he's a southpaw, and he's a smaller fighter. Usyk has said, Fury himself has said he had issues with smaller fighters. By the way, star-studded event. Vladimir Klitschko's there. Larry Holmes, Roberto Duran. Is that Dempsey Fury? They're saying it's about 23,000 or so supposed to be there. It's going to be $69.99 on pay-per-view here in the States. DAZN and ESPN. On pay-per-view over in the UK, about 25 quid. Available on TNT Sports, Sky Sports, and DAZN. That's a feat in itself to get 3 broadcasters involved. That's pretty wild. So we're going to be waiting to hear the post-fight interview. The post-weigh-in interviews, and I'm hyped. Excellent card. So hold on. Oh, wait. I have to switch over to the Zones broadcast here because they're talking to Tyson Fury. Let's see what they have to say. So it's going to be a lot of interviews they're going to be doing because I'm guessing they're going to do the rounds for all 3 networks of interviews. So it might be a little bit cringe. So here we are. There we are. Let's go listen to Fury over on the Zone side.
Yeah, I figured it might go that way. Tyson Fury.
In fact, let me see if I can do something cool here.
Let's hear from Oleksandr Usyk, the unified heavyweight champion. He's with Todd Grisham.
All right, I'm here with Oleksandr Usyk, ladies and gentlemen. Things have calmed down a little bit. It got rough and tumble. What did you just say to Tyson Fury?
Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone tomorrow.
You told everyone that your father was your inspiration growing up. If he were here right now, before the biggest fight of your life, what advice do you think your dad would give you?
Son, you can.
Well, we're 24 hours away from the biggest fight of your life. How have you managed to stay so calm before what is sure to be an unbelievable fight?
Because it's my plan. If I will be nervous, I not win.
What is your message to the fans watching you around the world, especially those in your war-torn country of the Ukraine?
My fans, I love you. See you tomorrow.
Give it up, everybody. Oleksandr Usyk.
Oh, let's back up to what Fury had to say.
Not looking. So I think we're ready, clearly pumped. Let's hear from Oleksandr Usyk, the unified heavyweight champion. He's with Todd Grisham.
Where's Fury? So the reason why we're doing this is because they have the broadcast with 2 different teams on both Sky Sports and on the Zone, and it's also being broadcast on TNT Sports. So I'm guessing they're going to talk to Sky Sports too. Let's hear what Fury has to say.
Guys, keep this clear. Cue it, Gary. Cue it. Go now. It's going to go.
Tyson, 2 face-offs this week, 2 very different face-offs. What are the tactics behind this? What are you thinking after that face-off just now?
Well, We're ready to rock and roll, you know. Fireworks tomorrow night. I'm going to knock this little fucker spark out.
Looking to make history tomorrow night. We're going to see the first undisputed heavyweight champion of our generation, the first one in 25 years. In the past, you've said belts don't matter, defending belts don't matter. This one's got to matter, right?
I'm coming for his heart. That's what I'm coming for. Fuck his belts. I'm coming for his fucking heart. He's getting it tomorrow. Spark out! Fuck him!
Any final
Fuck
words?
all his team too! Fuck the lot of them! They can all get it if they want it too.
He all spitting.
Word to your fans, Tyson.
Spitting all in that woman's face.
Yeah, I figured it might go that way. Tyson Fury clearly pumped.
Spitting all in that woman's face.
Let's hear from Oleksandr Usyk, the unified heavyweight champion. He's with Todd Grisham.
All right, I'm here with Alexander Usyk, ladies and gentlemen. Things have calmed down a little bit. It got rough and tumble. What did you just say to Tyson Fury?
Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone tomorrow.
You
What does that
told
mean?
everyone that your father was your inspiration growing up. If he were here right now, before the biggest fight of your life, what advice do you think your dad would give you?
Son, you can.
Well, we're 24 hours away from the biggest fight of your life. How have you managed to stay so calm before what is sure to be an unbelievable fight?
Because it's my plan. If I will be nervous, I not win.
What is your message to the fans watching you around the world, especially those in your war-torn country of the Ukraine?
My fans, I love you. See you tomorrow.
Give it up, everybody. Alexander Usyk.
So, let's talk. All right, the weigh-in just ended for Tyson Fury, WBC heavyweight champion, taking on Oleksandr Usyk, WBA, IBF, WBO, Ring Magazine. Oh, I'm sorry. Does Fury have the Ring Magazine? I forgot the controversy with that. There was some controversy with that, right? Usyk, no, Fury does have it. He's the lineal champion. He has the Ring Magazine, the WBC. Usyk has the Ring Magazine from Cruiserweight. All right, I remember now. All right, so anyway, the weigh-in is over. It's here. Hopefully Tyson Fury makes it to the ring tomorrow is what a lot of people are saying. But who is he talking to? What are you saying, Usyk? Oh, nothing. I'm hyped. I think that Usyk has the better chance as the thinking man. Like who would you say has the smarter or the best ring IQ? I'm going with Oleksandr Usyk. Fury has a high ring IQ. He has a higher ring IQ than Anthony Joshua, in my opinion. Of course, higher ring IQ than Deontay Wilder. Zhilei Zhang, I would say. But does he have... Who is the smartest fighter, would you say, in the heavyweight division? The only thing a lot of us are concerned about is the physical weaknesses, the potential physical weaknesses of Oleksandr Usyk. Him being the smaller fighter in there. By the way, he weighed in at a career high 233 pounds. His 3 previous fights were 221. He debuted at the heavyweight division at 215 pounds. So as you can see here, he's gradually put on weight as he's been coming up. Last fight at cruiserweight, 198 1/4 against Bellew. His first fight at heavyweight against Chaz Witherspoon, 215, then Chisora 217, Joshua both fights, and Dubois 221, and now 233 tonight. Fury's weight has been known to yo-yo. He weighed in at 262. So for those who want to know. In fact, let's go one more time and watch the weigh in full for those who didn't really get a chance to see it. 262 is what he weighed in at. In fact, let's get this part off. We can go watch the Sky Sports one. So yeah, 262. And and his last fight, he was 277. So 15 pounds lighter than he was against Francis Ngannou. Now, one thing about Tyson Fury is In the ring, he's never shown us to have any issues with his weight. He doesn't slow down. He doesn't gas out. So the weight doesn't really mean much to me. 268 against Chisora, 264 against Dylan White, 277 against Deontay Wilder, third fight. Second fight, 273. Otto Wallin, 254. So this is the smallest he's been since Otto Wallin back in 2019. Well, he's got the 264 against Dylan White and the 263 against Tom Schwartz. I remember when he first came back on the scene against Safar, he was 276 after that layoff between Klitschko and his return when he got up to 300 pounds. So he's been saying during the post-fight, when the post-weigh-in, he's going to knock him out. You know, he hasn't really been saying anything all week. Usyk is just being Usyk, trying to look I'm not going to say trying, he looks menacing. You know, of course, you've seen the face-off yesterday. It would be in Tyson Fury's best interest. Jab. He's got to use that height and reach. Or do you think he should try to smother Usyk with his size? Because he still has a near 30-pound weight advantage, 29-pound weight advantage. And we never seen Usyk really have to wrestle with anybody. You know, he slowed down a bit, but not to a point where it was concerning later on in fights. And we know Fury can take a punch. What has he been down 7 times in his career? So I understand people have been saying, it's right. It's rightful to be concerned about Usyk to the body. I've noticed that some fans of Usyk get really triggered when you say, well, Usyk has some trouble to the body. It's like, it's the truth. We've seen it. We've seen it. I got the clips. I'm going to show some. So, I don't understand why people are so upset. I mean, but at the same time, Fury, we know he can be dropped. He got dropped by Steve Cunningham. So it's not a side here where I'm just like, I'm just saying this stuff to say it. This is things that are relevant to talk about. And also, Joshua seemed to trouble Usyk with some body work in the first fight. I believe that Joshua did better against Usyk in the first fight when he played the pressure fighter than he did in the second fight. By the way, let's turn it up. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. I am going to be covering this entire card, streaming a lot. We're going to talk about the undercard, go breeze through the weigh-ins, and see if there's any interviews after the weigh-in. So the weigh-in just literally ended 10 minutes ago. So you ain't missed nothing. So we're playing it now so you can hear it, see it. And as you can see, Usyk is wearing denim. Now, normally, when he would weigh in, with his undies on. So you have to factor that in as well. I'm not saying he wears 10 pounds jeans or denim. He's going to weigh in at 233. But I would say probably, like, how much do denim weigh? They got that, anyway, let me stay on topic.
Zone 11. Let's listen in.
Champion Oleksandr Usyk.
That is probably a shock. 233 pounds. That is 16 stone 9.
WBC champion, lineal champion, ring champion, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. For Tyson Fury.
I ain't stopping till I'm dead because I'm a heavyweight.
So 260.
Let me mute that music. My bad, I had to mute that. So yeah. But, you know, Fury does look in better shape, you know, and I think that's the weight he should stay at, personally. Just imagine, like, what the Saudis had to do to put this together. Like, they've literally taken over the heavyweight division. They have the whole heavyweight division. Not to mention they get 3 broadcasters to work together. For example, over in the UK, they have TNT Sports, formerly BT Sports, no affiliation with the TNT Sports over here in the States. But TNT Sports over in the UK, Sky Sports, and then the DAZN. That's the equivalent in the States of ESPN, Fox Sports, and let me say, what's a sports streaming app? I don't know, a sports streaming app working together. So they're throwing a lot. I would not be surprised if the Saudis are throwing $1 billion into boxing, maybe a couple billion, because they're after the 154-pound division through Terrence Crawford and Israel Madrimov. They are already in cahoots with the WBA. It looks like they may have purchased the WBA. If you want to ask me, I'm going to say they purchased the WBA. Are you hearing what I'm saying? A sanctioning body. They're also in cahoots with the WBC now. So that's 2 sanctioning bodies, the heavyweight division, on their way for the 154-pound division. They got Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn working together, and they're taking PBC fighters. It's a takeover. By the way, it was good to see Vladimir Klitschko. He's there. I wonder if Mike Tyson's going to fly out. He'll probably be there tomorrow. He had that shit show press conference with Jake Paul yesterday. I watched it. So here, let's go. Let's see if they do, for those who didn't listen to the interviews here. Go back to this one. Listen to the interviews. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think Usyk can pull it off of boxing. And by the way, no matter what, let's hear what Eddie Hearn has to say first. Let's see what you got to say, Eddie. And by the way, there's a two-way rematch clause to where no matter what happens, Usyk can get knocked out cold, Fury can get knocked out cold. They're still having a rematch, so it's going to happen. It's already locked in.
Just so I could see it, because I wanted to see it up close, and it's the first time I've ever seen Oleksandr Usyk show any kind of emotion. I mean, the teeth were gritted, and he was fired up. And I'll tell you, I can't wait for tomorrow. What an atmosphere here, by the way, as well. Unbelievable.
Eddie Hearn sneaking on stage.
I was. Competition winner.
I can't believe it, right? It's almost like cut the cornflakes out, you're back there. Eddie, you've done shows in Vegas, big ones. Canelo, you've done shows in the UK, Wembley Stadium, AJ. How does this weighing compare to those?
You have to understand that when you come to a new territory, a new market, things take time. You know, it takes time to become a destination for boxing. The people from the area and from the Middle East take time to understand the sport, to learn the sport. It's growing on the ground here, but now you've got, I don't know, what, 4, 5, 6,000 Brits that have travelled over from the UK, from Dubai. Like, this is an unbelievable atmosphere. That felt like Las Vegas down there tonnite. And tomorrow night, you're going to get a special fight, a special night. You know, and it just doesn't stop coming. Obviously, you've got Catchall Taylor next week. Then we're back out here for the 5v5. But look, history in the making tomorrow night. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people, you know, His Excellency probably watching that atmosphere there saying, it's coming, you know, it's coming. And it's going to take time. But the speed in which it's building out here is incredible. And you'll see the atmosphere tomorrow night will be very different.
Eddie, I've had penny for the thought of AJ. He's here. What does he make of all of this? And who does he
I think
win?
Secretly sad, probably, because we chased it for so long. And it will come. His shot undisputed will come. But for now, you know, I like the way he doesn't really want to come down and get involved because it's their time. It's nothing to do with Anthony Joshua. You know, hopefully he gets his shot for the undisputed championship. But this is Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk's night. On paper right now, they're #1 and #2 in the heavyweight division. They've earned the right to battle for all the belts. So we enjoy that. After that, I'm sure he'll answer questions, but you're never going to see him jumping over gates, trying to call people out or asking the media to talk to him and do interviews. He's in the gym at the moment. He wants the winner. But of course, like all of us, he'll be watching like a hawk tomorrow night.
Let's see the face-off again, Eddie. I want your thoughts on it. Again, we've never seen this from Oleksandr Usyk. Obviously, Fury, the instigator here. But normally, look at Usyk's ready to go there. We don't see that. This is a surprise to see this from Usyk. But I like the fact he's not backing down.
Yeah, I mean, Actually, he didn't lose his rag as much as I thought he did.
No, he didn't.
But I
You're
much
right.
preferred my story, to be honest. I thought it was much better. But it's unlike me.
And it shows where your courage was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But look, I mean, I think both of them. I mean, Fury looks in great shape. He looks very well. He looks very healthy. You know what you're going to get for Usyk. Listen, what is he, 12 pound heavier than the Dubois fight? I think interesting, if you look back on Usyk's weight as a heavyweight, especially over the last 3 fights, I think every one has been 221 pounds. You know, the 2 fights against AJ and the Dubois fight. So coming in 12 pound heavier, in my opinion, has to be a risk because you're not used to fighting at that weight. You know, I don't think he's going to tire. Is he going to have the same kind of intensity and output as before? Probably, but it's new to him.
But he's had, with the postponement, maybe time to train with that weight, see how it feels on him.
Will he be stronger? Will he punch harder?
Well, you said, you know, that shows an intent to bully Fury.
I think so.
I sort of agree with you because, you know, the safest place for the guy who's long is inside that reach. That's where you need to be. But Fury's still a big guy with fast feet, so you know, he's got to be more than just a bully there. He's still got to keep that mobility that's made in the Usyk that we know.
Well, I think that they both need to adapt during the fight, and Usyk does that very well. I wouldn't be surprised if Usyk built up a lead early in the fight, and Tyson has to adapt, change, maybe become more aggressive. Who knows, is the cut going to open up? Yeah. You know, make him chase the fight a little bit harder. If you're chasing the fight against Oleksandr Usyk, it's never an easy thing to do. You know, you saw AJ fall behind, you start chasing the fight, you're getting pinged, he's moving in and out. I mean, look, we could talk about it for hours. I have no idea.
Could you see a finish in this fight? Could you see a stoppage or KO? We were talking to Alex Krasiak the other day, wasn't we, Barry? They're convinced.
I know.
Around round 10, they're convinced that they stopped
both camps. I've been around both camps in the hotel, you know, with Frank and George, and both camps truly believe they win the fight by stoppage. Honestly, I don't see it personally. You know, I know that you talk about Usyk's weak to the body. You got, like, you know, look, AJ hit him to the body. You saw one moment where he kind of turned away from a low blow, but I don't know if Fury's going to be the most prolific body puncher in the world. And
he hasn't been.
No, and I don't know if Usyk punches hard enough to stop Tyson Fury, unless, you know, the Ngannou knockdown. Maybe his chin's not what it was, but Fury's got a good chin. You know, I can't see Oleksandr Usyk stopping Tyson Fury, and I'm not sure I can the other way around. I think this fight goes 12 rounds.
But Usyk pressurised you and tries to tire you out, then fatigue sets in, then he gets the stoppage. But I can't see that either, because one thing Fury does have is a good engine, you know, and he knows how to manage rounds quite well.
He does, but when you look back at the Joshua fight, you know, in the second fight, you look at rounds 10, 11, 12. What he did in those rounds, Usyk, was incredible. He looked hurt in the 9th. We were all going mad, and he just came out like a train. And it's the volume of punches. I just feel that if Fury's boxing off the back foot, flicking out the jab, pot shotting and holding, he's got to compete with the volume of Usyk in terms of the judges' scorecards, because he throws so many punches. And that's going to be a problem for Tyson Fury, and that's why he might have to switch this fight up after a few rounds.
Eddie, it'd be wrong of me to get you up here without talking about your fighters, Joe Opetaia, Joe Cordina. Big opportunities for them. Joe to continue his dominance in retaining.
I was looking for some clips that I had on my page that I can't find now, of some other times Usyk was having some issues with some body shots. And Eddie Hearn's right. Usyk is not the most prolific. He's not this. Fury is not this scary body puncher. You know, he's not a body assassin, but we do know he can do it. He's got the jab to the body. He can go to the body. We've seen it happen. We've seen him do it with Deontay Wilder to try to break him down. I did this video right here some weeks back. Where is it at? Let me see. And I wasn't being disrespectful. You know, I just was telling a little joke here. So I did a video called Usyk's Belly Made of Ukraine's Finest Jelly and Jam. And it was a 30-minute video I did where I went and was looking at clips. I want y'all to listen to looking at clips of him getting touched up to the body and having issues. Here, let me play this little snippet from the video I did some months back, about a month or so ago. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
Some of the stories I was hearing were quite horrific. He obviously was
to the finals. If he could beat number one,
probably the lowest depth you can be as a human being, that you're contemplating committing suicide. I mean, that must be, you know, when you think you're in so much pain. The only way out is to kill yourself. I mean, that is a real horrible place to be. And the weight was piling on. He was boozing. He was doing a bit of drugging and so forth. And it just was all going wrong. And I can't remember. We had a couple of conversations, and then let's get together. And I met him, and we just sat down. I was looking at him, and it took me straight back to when I met him because I've been involved with him before, but when I sat down actually and done the deal with him at St Pancras, and I sat there and I looked at him and I could see that in his eye. You know when you can look at someone, you can see.
Finding footage. I've seen all of his fights, like literally down from I'll let you see the sequence. But he had the instinct to know to block as soon as he hit the canvas because he expected punches coming. Look, took a big shot, bang. Kind of tripped a little bit, but look how he covers up. Look, he just already knew. But yeah, the point is, I did some research. You know, I didn't just go and just say, oh yeah, he has some issues to the body, just to be saying shit, just to say shit. Now watch this right here. Now watch this one. Watch this one. This was from 2013. Was it 2015? I don't remember. But watch this right here. So, heavyweight division. I'm going to play a couple of clips, only the meaningful ones. But look at this one right here. You can't get no cleaner than this. Boom. Ooh, that's my favorite punch all in boxing. Sat him right down. That looked like his thing. Look how he had to push off. You could tell he was fucked up. Look how he had to push off. I took a body shot right here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Oh my gosh, you talk about something. I thought I was down. I was rolling around on the ground and shit. This was years ago. I wouldn't know what would happen to me if I would take a body shot like that. Now I'd be fucking comatose again. Look. These body shots are not concerning to you? That's all I'm saying is, I mean, you know, I've shown you multiple fights now where he's taking a body shot, and usually he takes them pulling back. Usually he takes them pulling back, and he'll be in trouble. You know? So here, by the way, let's go watch some weigh-ins for the undercard, if you guys don't mind. Yeah, it's concerning. So people thinking I'm just pulling this shit out of my ass, like, he has issues to the body. Bro, we got the tape. We got the tapes. And this tape is kind of damning. But however, I'm picking him to win. But one day, as fighters get older, he says he want to fight until he's 40. He's 37 right now. You know, them body shots can catch up with you. One day somebody gonna get him. Somebody can get him. You know, so if there's any vulnerability that he has outside of people using his size, I don't think his size is an issue. You know, he's been in the heavyweight division for 5 years now. You know, he's fought, you know, Joshua twice. That's a 6'6" guy. Derek Chisora, 6'2", about 240, 250. Dubois, natural heavyweight. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about, you know, like one day one of them body shots going to put him down. One day is going to put him down. By the way, here's some broadcasting details for those who don't know. The card's going to be starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. I'm just outside of Philly, so I'm going to be here all day. The main event ring walks are supposed to be around 6 p.m. or as you can see, 6:05 p.m. 11:05 for you blokes over in the UK is the main ring walk. You can buy it on the DAZN for $69.99 or ESPN here in the States. Over in the UK is 25 quid. Over in Australia, 25 bucks. The undercard is pretty solid. I'm looking forward to it. You have Opetaia versus Mairis Briedis. I did a lot of coverage on that this week. I think Briedis can pull it off. That's for the vacant IBF title. That's only vacant because Opetaia was stripped. We're about to watch that weigh-in next. Joe Cordina versus Anthony Cacace. I keep butchering his name. For Cordina's IBF title, Frank Sanchez, the alleged Cuban that's listed at 31 years old. Let's go watch that weigh-in. Let's go watch that weigh-in. Let's go watch some of these weigh-ins. So Frank Sanchez is listed at 31 years old, taking on Agit Kabayel, who had that big win over Chisora years ago and beat up the Russian top-ranked prospect, fringe contender. Forgot his name. Makhmudov. I forgot his name. I don't want to butcher it. Sergey Kovalev returns against Robin Safar. Overall, nice, solid little card. Let's go watch some weigh-ins. And by the way, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. What are they doing here? Let's refresh. There we go.
NFL Game Pass is now exclusive.
Oh, as a matter of fact, let me go watch the Sky Sports version. Where are you at, Sky Sports version? We'll pause you. There we go. Go here. Because there's this full screen. The Zone's got that stuff. You can use that QR code to buy from the Zone, by the way. By the way, here's Kovalev weighing in. He's at cruiserweight now. Kovalev's got that dark-ass past. Remember he
ladies and gentlemen,
beat up that woman.
Robin Safar.
Don't mind if I mute this a little bit. But this fight has my attention a little bit, this Kovalev fight. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm like, okay, I can do this. But some people think this guy can put it into Kovalev. Kovalev hasn't fought since 2022.
Consisting of 35 wins.
Let's fast forward.
Defeats, 1 draw with 29 big wins coming by way of.
Hurry up, Kovalev. Get on the stage. He's a woman beater. No bullshit.
194.1.
Beat up the woman and her dog.
Safar.
He stalked her. Was in the bushes. Beat her up in the dog.
For the Swede, Robin Safar. So 13 stone 12.
Tried to assault her. Tried to take it.
Here comes the crusher.
Not even joking.
194.2 for the former world champion Sergey the Crusher Kovalev.
She took his Canelo money. So he had to fight literally to pay her off. I forgot how much money she got, but she got millions from him. From Kovalev. But yeah, what do you think about this bloke? I'm not even joking. This is a good fight, though. I like this fight.
Two-time European
Frank
champion,
Sanchez.
the current WBA Intercontinental and NABF heavyweight
Kovalev
champion,
ain't no damn 50.
and currently ranked number 3
Let's see how old he is. Kovalev's like 40, 41.
Agit Kabayel.
Now
I'm surprised this guy hasn't got a bigger push than he's had over the years. Him right here. Especially after beating Chisora all those years ago. That was a long-ass time ago. No, they're not ceremonial. The only ceremonial, no, these are real weigh-ins. The only one, I believe, was because of the IBF, Briedis and Opetaia weighed in earlier today. But I don't believe these are ceremonial. But they're heavyweights. Why would they be ceremonial? That ceremonial shit is new. I can't stand it. It's to not embarrass the fighters.
24 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the current WBC Continental
31 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Sanchez.
Heavyweight champion and currently ranked number 2 in the world. All
right, I don't mean people been getting on me because they've been like, you always play too much, always disrespecting the Cubans. It's like, no, I'm not. Like, why can't I question his age? Why? Like, don't get me wrong, like, and people seem to forget, I'm Latino too. You know, like I'm Hispanic. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just know how the Cubans get down. So, for example, when they defect, they don't come over here with no birth certificate, no social security card, no nothing. So they can come over here. They can be somebody like Luis Ortiz, be 30 when he get over here. And they'd be like, how old are you, sir? Welcome to America. And he'd be like, 21. See. They'd be like, you're 21, sir. See. Yeah, 21. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes down. So you get people like him, Rigondeaux, come over here being all, you know, just being ridiculous, not even saying anything that's close to their age. So it's hard for me to believe that Frank Sanchez is 31 years old. That would mean that 6 years ago he was 25 and he looked like this when he was 25. Anyway, on to the weigh-in. So I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not being disrespectful to my fellow Latinos. I'm just saying.
The Cuban Flash, Sanchez.
There's going to be a lot of eyes on exactly what Frank Sanchez is all about. Impressive record on paper. Everybody behind the scenes says good things about him, but he's yet to break into the mainstream despite all of his high world rankings. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, I think it is. He's even though he's well rated and everyone in the industry's...
What can you watch for free? You degenerate. Get out of here. Somebody put him on timeout. Don't come here asking no mess like that. Especially if you don't know these day and age. You don't deserve to be asking that question.
238.5.
Don't tell him.
For Agit,
we don't share illegal streams around here. Don't tell his ass. If he don't know, that means he how don't you know?
A notch over 17 stone for Agit Kabayel.
But I like this fight. I'm not really high on Frank Sanchez. He does have a skill set, but just not really nothing there. I mean, obviously, it would be no reason for fighters to fight him.
$238.5.
Let me check something here. Let me check something here. And it's a shame that we're in this day and age where you got to go look at fighters and look at their weight, because he looks a little more defined than he did in last fights. But he's always waiting at 240. By the way, when they took this picture, he was 22. Fuck out of here. I'm just joking. He was like 25.
So again, just over 17 stone for...
But yeah, it's a solid card. You know, not gonna say solid. It's a great card. Great card. Why am I saying solid? It's a great card. Anytime I can find 5 fights on a card that I'm really interested in, it's like, all right, cool. And by the way, for me, it's worth the $69.99. Like for a fan, like it's worth the money. It's worth the money. So I don't want to hear no bitching and complaining, especially from that scumbag. Unless you're impoverished and you're eating porridge every day, there's no reason why you can't pull out some money to buy the fight. I bet you got your little, what the kids, your little Robux. I bet you degenerates got your liquor and your weed, your money to trick, but you can't buy the fight. And what are these trinkets belts that Frank Sanchez got? What are those belts? Frank Sanchez is carrying around the WBC Continental America's heavyweight title and the WBO NABO. So those belts are what get you ranked in the top 15. Where are you ranked, Frank Sanchez? He's ranked number 2 by the WBC. Oh shit. Okay, I see you. And him and Kabayel is ranked number 3. Okay, so he's creeping up on a title shot right there. Frank Sanchez is not ranked by the WBA, or Ilja Kabayel was ranked number 9 by the WBA. Frank Sanchez is not ranked by the IBF. Agit Kabayel is, and this is the guy Kabayel beat. Oh yeah, Frank Sanchez is number 6. And he is number 3 by the WBO. So basically that, like, this WBC belt means more than this WBO belt, but who cares about these trinket belts, these trinkets? Let's see, what's the next fight? I don't really care for this fight too much, but it seems like it's going to be fun.
IBO Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Anthony, the Andy Town Apache Cacace.
He's got a confident figure all week, Matt.
Jared Anderson is supposed to be fighting Deontay Wilder if Wilder beats Zhang Zhang in 2 weeks. That's in 2 weeks.
He's injury-free. He had a great camp, and he couldn't be more confident.
I don't really care too much about this fight, but I'm still, play the weigh-in. I guess don't want to be disrespectful.
Absolutely, and I'm sure knowing Joe, he's
Thanks for the super chat. So how is Frank listed at 31 but looks so old and has no hair, but Ortiz is listed at 45 and has hair, but Frank looks older than him? How about that? Frank do look older than him.
Apache Cacace.
Frank Sanchez just look rough.
So that super featherweight limit of 9 stone 4.
Oh, it's the title eliminator. There you go.
Nicely inside, touch just under.
I think Kuzman or Cosman. I forgot how to pronounce your name, bro. Long time no see.
Pounds even for the Welsh Wizard, Joe Cordina.
And bang on the limit, man.
Anything possible with Wilder, man, because Wilder, anything's possible with Wilder. Anything. Anything. All right, now this fight right here, I've talked a lot about. Briedis versus Opetaia. Let's go watch this weigh-in and talk about it.
Championship of the world. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Riga, Latvia. He has a professional record of 28 wins, 2 defeats. 20 of his 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former 3-time cruiserweight world champion, Mairis Briedis.
Well, he's a former champion, but he is surely in the running for the hardest man in this arena. He is chiseled out of rock, Mairis Briedis.
Yeah, hard as nails.
Let me mute that music a little bit before they get into the ring. I'm giving Briedis a chance because people are only counting him out because he's older. Remember, he didn't take Jai Opetaia seriously. And then once he started losing the fight, they told him he was losing. What did he do? He went in there and broke his jaw. Or broke the other side of his jaw. He broke his jaw on one side in round number 2, broke the other side in round number 8 or so. And Opetaia, is still dealing with the damage, like he's forever altered him. The only win of significance Opetaia has on his record is Mairis Briedis. It's a great win. He won. He won. But do I feel that Briedis was 100% and really, taking the fight seriously? No, because nobody knew who Opetaia was. And Briedis was on some weird shit where he was trying to get the Jake Paul fight, and he got a tattoo. Oh, let's listen in. I gotta mute that. 199.1 for Briedis. Briedis was too worried about trying to fight Jake Paul, making a rap song, getting a tattoo of Jake Paul's name on his leg or some old freak shit, dressing up like Super Mario. He did that.
1 for Jai Opetaia.
So 199.1 for Briedis, 198.1 for Opetaia.
14 stone 2. I think this is the sleeper on the card, What a fight the first one was.
Yeah, I'm predicting fight tonight, I really am.
Opetaia did bust his nose, but what would you rather have, a broken nose or a broken jaw on both sides? He broke his jaw on both sides. Like, that's pretty crazy. And he even talks different. Y'all want to listen to Briedis rap? Let me see if I can find it so I can torture you with it. Wait for the interviews. Let's see. pause it right here. Listen to these sick ass bars. Look, he did this. He did this. That's Mairis Briedis. He did that. Oh, this is me. I tweeted the police. I told the police on him. Damn, it's from 2022. Yeah, I was upset. I was like, why is he doing this to himself? I told the police department in Riga. I was like, yo, just get your boy. Let me see if I can find Mairis Briedis rap. I want the full version. Why can't I find it? Anyway, back to the face-off. I mean, the interviews. While I find it, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find that.
Are ready for their interviews. Looks like Briedis is ready to go now, jumping up and down. Let's hear from, I think it's going to be the champion, Jai Opetaia, first. I think he is up on stage, and he will be talking to Ali Drew.
Jai, final face-off before the fight tomorrow night. Do you take anything from that?
I'm ready to go. I've been ready for a long time.
The last fight, we saw a broken nose, we saw a jaw broken in 2 places. How grueling is tomorrow night going to be?
If I've got to break my jaw again or win, so be it. Winning is a must.
Eddie, let's bring you in. I mean, the first fight, the fans loved it. It's certainly delivered. Do you think it's going to steal the show tomorrow night?
Yeah, you're going to see one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world tomorrow night in Jai Opetaia. You're also going to see the difference what 2 years has done. From becoming a champion to 2 explosive defences. This guy's the real deal. The fans are in for a treat. Jai Opetaia tomorrow night by destruction.
And you have said you don't see it going the distance. Sticking to that?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Jai will do it any means necessary. I believe he wins the fight by knockout.
Brilliant. Best of luck, Jai.
All right, we'll take a little brief musical interlude. I want to introduce you to the diss track of Mairis Briedis to Jake Paul. Mairis Briedis is going to be taking on Jai Opetaia for the IBF Cruiserweight title tomorrow. And he released this fire-ass track right here. And I'll just let him take it away. Take it away, MB.
The best boxer on the planet is? Jake Paul. Why? I mean, who's doing it?
And I'm going to prove that. You know, that's the beautiful thing about this is I'm going to become a world champion because everyone said I couldn't and that I wasn't a real boxer.
Hey Jake, how about the real man's fight? I will put my belts on table, do you wanna take a bite? Looks like you're scared, you little beach boy. Kid, pick up the phone and put down your toys. Looks like you have a little monkey balls, only hanging around with the Pornhub dolls. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess that was your girl. She tried to find her nuts like a little squirrel. I promise I will shut your dirty little mouth. I play with you 1 round and I knock you out. I will show the world that your fights was set up. I fight you so hard that you won't be able to get up.
The best boxer on the planet is? Jake Paul. Why? I mean, who's doing it?
And I'm going to prove that. You know, that's the beautiful thing about this is I'm going to become a world champion because everyone said I couldn't and that I wasn't a real boxer.
Hey Jake, how about the real man's fight? I will put my belts on table, do you wanna take a bite? Looks like you're scared, you little beach boy. Kid, pick up the phone and put down your toys. Looks like you have a little monkey balls, only hanging around with the Pornhub dolls. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess that was your girl. She tried to find her nuts like a little squirrel. I promise I will shut your dirty little mouth. I play with you 1 round and I knock you out. I will show the world that your fights was set up. I fight you so hard that you won't be able to get up.
That was fire. Come on now. Come on now. Give that boy his respect. Give that boy his respect. Give that boy his respect. So yeah, it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be busy. What, y'all ain't like that? Y'all ain't like that? Get out of here. Come on, man. But yeah, he released that. He was trying to get Jake Paul. So he got Jake Paul tattoo. He had dressed up like Mario. He made that rap song, and then he goes in there and loses to Jai Opetaia. But see, he focused now. So a focused Mairis Briedis, I don't know, man. I can't listen. I want to believe in Opetaia, but what has he done? No disrespect to the bloke, but I'm saying, you know, what can a focused Briedis do? All right, let's do a little poll in the chat. Let me make a poll real quick because I want to know your thoughts. Let me see who wins between. Let me put this over here so y'all can see it. Let me see here. Who wins between Fury and Usyk? Let's see here. Start a poll. Who wins? Question mark. Fury or Usyk? I'm gonna put it in capital. I mean, in a capital and some quotations to try to influence you, to influence the voters. Let's see. Usyk decision. Fury decision. Oh, wait, how you spell decision? All right, there you go. Add option. Usyk, KO, Fury, KO. Can we do another option? Dad, we need one more for draw. Well, if you think it's going to be a draw, you know, listen, if it goes the distance, you know one of these cards going to be fucked up, right? Prepare yourself now. You know, boxing is real messed up. Prepare yourself now. By the way, the poll is up in the chat. You know it's going to be some shitty card. Some judge going to be, wait, can you, somebody tell me right now. Can you, like, is it like an old-timey stereotype that you can't drink in Saudi Arabia? Can you drink there now? The Turkey big boss Oleksandr. Can you drink over there now? Because what I was going to say is, I think some of these judges, they be drunk when they be making these cards. So it might be a draw, but listen, especially since it's a rematch, if it goes the distance, do not be surprised. So vote in the chat. Usyk decision, Fury decision, Usyk KO, Fury KO, or put a number 1 in the chat for a draw. How's that sound? I think that's pretty fair. Y'all think Adelaide Bird gonna be there? The bird call. Call. The bird call. Y'all think Tony Weeks gonna be up in there? Every 2 years or 3 years, you know he get into some shit. Who is the referee? In fact, let's see if we can find who the judges are. That's a way to spend our time. Let's see. Fury, Usyk. Who do y'all think has the backing? Who do y'all think the Saudis want to win? Who do you think the WBC wants to win? Who do you think, you know, the scandal will be against? Who do you think that Victor Conti and Vada, who do you think they would taint? Y'all think they would taint Fury, or y'all think they would taint Usyk? Who do y'all think the cabal is after? Like, who would the conspiracy be against? If one of them got robbed, like, who would it be against? Who do you think the WBC and the powers that be and the boxing Illuminati, the boxing cabal, who do you think they want to win? I'm hearing that that they want that the cabal wants Fury to win, that he's the golden boy. Like I'm hearing that it's not really Usyk. Like, they don't want Usyk to win. I saw Ryan Garcia there. I stopped talking about him. He's got some weird ass fans, man. I don't engage in that. Y'all see, I stopped doing videos on that shit. They would want to rob Usyk. I think so too. They want Fury, don't you? Don't you think that? The cabal. Y'all think they go rob him? That'd be fucked up. Yeah, that's boxing. We might as well talk about it right now. What if we gonna be here tomorrow and then we hear that, and then we like Usyk got robbed? The internet gonna be on fire. Damn, I think they gonna rob Usyk. And you know the Ukraine, he gotta beat Putin. Y'all think they gonna taint him? They gonna slip a little teaspoon of Osterine up in his shit. Oh, what about the water bottle? You think they gonna taint his water or his trainer's water? The gloves. What about the glove gate? Now, I think some shit's going to go down. I'm afraid now, y'all. Anyway, let me see what the poll said. Fury by decision, 41%. 24% say Fury by decision. Usyk by decision, 41%. 24 say Usyk. Oh, wait, here. I just put it on the screen here. How about that? Can y'all see that? There it is. There's the poll results. Damn, Usyk. He already lost before he got in there. We're going to be back for another stream, likely later on today. And, you know, have a little bit of fun. I want to play that boxing game. I've had it since it came out. I got it the day it came out. Undisputed. If anybody wants to watch some gameplay footage later on, I'll be posting links on my Twitter. Here, go follow me on Twitter. This is my Twitter right here. Thanks for watching. Please, this fucking guy. It's me. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. The link to my Twitter is down below in the description box.